Okay, a few of you getting signed up here. Hi, guys. I'm Quinn. Um, one more time, just give me a signal if I sound okay, like 2 thumbs up. Yes, awesome. I was having such a time with the volume. There was like an echo last Friday, so I'm so glad you guys can hear me. Um, 2 folks in the studio, maybe some more will be entering in a little bit. So let's just get to some yoga. Again, I'm Quinn. Nice to see you guys. Let's come into child's pose. Yeah, so really nice. Sometimes it takes me a moment to settle on my mat in my very first shape, and that's okay. Come in, welcome. Yeah, so as one more person joins our room here, and you guys at home, just feel this child's pose, knees nice and wide, toes touch, forehead, just really let it land, maybe even roll it around a bit. Can be very soothing to the central nervous system. Stretch your fingers out long. Separate your fingers and then press the pads of your fingers into the mat. You've got the shape right. Now start to breathe. Tap in right now to your Ujjayi breath. In through your nose, out through your nose. Hey, welcome, Matt. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now bring that slight constriction to the back of your throat so the breath becomes really warm. You just start to warm yourself from the inside out. Take 3 more big Ujjayi breaths, just getting here, arriving, maybe setting your intention. What do you want? Really, what do you need? Downward facing dog. Nice. Lift your hips up high. Press your knuckles into the mat or the pads of your knuckles here into the mat. And then bring your feet just hip width distance. Yeah, so maybe a little bit closer together here. And then lift your heels up high on an inhale. We're just setting up our dog. Exhale, sink your hips back, press your chest back. Nice. Now do that one more time. Lift your hips and your heels on the inhale. On the exhale, sink your heels back, press your chest back. Beautiful. Really ground now through your hands, the balls of your feet, and your core. That's your foundation. Hug your belly muscles in and up. Ujjayi breath. 2 more breaths. Start to pull your rib cage in together, especially on the exhale, drawing into center line. And now roll it forward for a high push-up. Top of a plank. Yeah, fire up your arms. Nice, you guys. It's just one long straight line, right? From the crown of your head down your tailbone to your heels. Beautiful. Big inhale. Lean forward. Shoulders over your wrists a little. Chaturanga or all the way to the earth. So it's really up to you. Up dog, chest open, or cobra. Down dog, roll over your toes. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. And then walk your feet behind your hands, ragdoll. And then same thing here, hands, feet, core. Ground the 4 corners of your feet into the mat. A little water maybe in your knees, your joints, your neck. Yeah, let that go. Let your rib cage hang over your thighs. And then shift your weight, right? Like forward and back, maybe side to side, just feeling all the pieces of your feet. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your hands, bring your toes to touch, and take a halfway rise. Really long, straight spine. Activate your shoulders onto your back right here. Nice. Bow down. Lift half. Exhale, fold. Tadasana, root to rise, hands high, thumbs back, chest wide open. Big inhale. Exhale your hands to your heart. Really nice. And we'll begin our practice with one Om. Let's flow. Tadasana, reach high. Uttanasana, deep forward fold. Lift halfway. Step back, high to low, push up. Elbows hug in towards your body. Upward facing dog, chest open, tops of your feet. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're just going to warm our bodies up, our breath, our gaze, all of that, finding flow with these sun A's. Look forward, step or float both of your feet. Lift half. Use your breath. Fold forward. Tadasana. Reach up, look up. Bow deep. Empty it out. Lift half. Inhale. High to low push up. Go back. Go low. Inhale, hips forward, chest is open. Nice, down dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice what you can add into your practice right here. And notice what you need to take out. Is there extra effort that's like causing you to, I don't know, have resistance? Float to the top of the mat, half rise. Forward bow, Tadasana, reach up. Fold forward. Lift half, Chaturanga, flow it out. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Yeah, let that go. Float to the top of the mat and then right into chair pose. Yeah, right into breath. Your alignment is beautiful, you guys. So set your gaze. And now draw your shoulders back and in. Zip up your belly muscles a tiny bit more. It's really easy to let them pop out here. Squeeze your thighs in. It's your last breath. Bow down. Lift halfway. Flow it out. Just taking your vinyasa on through. Meeting down dog. Right side, warrior one. Ground down, reach high. Beautiful. Square your hips forward. Square your chest forward. Soften through your face. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe we haven't been doing a ton of yoga. Be compassionate with yourself. Big inhale. Open your arms, warrior two. Nice. So that back leg, right? Long, straight, engaged. Draw your right knee out towards your pinky toe just a little. Sink a little deeper into that lunge. One more breath. Look down and flow it out. Upward facing, chest wide open, down dog. Still in that exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale to rise. Again, set your gaze. Soften through your jaw. And then hug in here, muscles into bones. One more breath here. Open warrior two. Beautiful. Now can you peel your shoulders back just a little so they're stacked right on top of your hip bones. It's easy to kind of lunge forward in the warrior two. One more big inhale. Look down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale. Let it go. We're going to take that like we always do here. We're going to match movement with breath. One movement per one breath. And we're going to add in a reverse warrior after that warrior two. I will cue you. Float to the top of the mat. Half rise. Forward fold. Chair pose. Go low. Squeeze in. Bow down. Lift half. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior one. Ground. Rise. Open. Reverse on the inhale. Length. Chaturanga. Flow. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. You're still in that exhale. Ground down. Reach up. Beautiful, you guys. Open. Flip and reverse. Flow it out. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Breathe in and let it go. Ha. Really, really nice, you guys. So you guys know the flow, matching movement with your breath. We're going to do the exact same thing. One more time. Float to the top of the mat, flat spine, bow, chair, activate, fold, flat spine, flow it out, up, down. Right side warrior one. Find that rhythm and flow. Reach up. Open up. Reverse it. Exalted. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side you go. Open. Exalted. Create all this length. Look up. Chaturanga, look to the top of the mat, flow it out. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and ha, really nice. Big inhale, big exhale. Feeling properly warm. Feet touch, back of the mat, right leg lifted up. Bend your knee, open up through your hips. Stay really active in that foot. Yeah, you guys all have it. And then flip your dog. Yeah, and remember, like, oh, you can get excited, the teacher's getting loud, but listen to your body. First and foremost, open up through your chest, maybe look forward. Maybe there's a wheel for some of you even. High push-up, mindful in that transition. Feet touch, spin onto your right hand, right foot, side plank, Vashisthasana. If you're in the room, we're facing the windows. Breathing. Ground down through that right hand and that right knee or that right foot to rise up. Lift your left leg. Maybe there's a tree pose or just you lift it or play and see how high you can go. Yes, balanced and strong and centered. Look down, chaturanga. Get on out of there. Upward facing. Downward facing. Yeah, whenever you need an open mouth exhale, you take that too. That is a beautiful release. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Just like that warrior one, it's a nice square hip pose. So we're in crescent, you were right. Peel that back heel up over the ball of your foot. Yeah, just peel that left heel up so high It just, you kind of lean forward a little bit. Activate your back leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Big inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Plug your left elbow and tricep into that thigh. And then you slowly pose and repose. Big breath in for all that length. Big breath out, twist and ring out. Waist up, your torso just wringing out. Maybe your arms open. Totally up to you. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Beautiful at home. Exhale. 1 more breathe in. Peel that right scapula back. Warrior 2. Sink back in, really nice. Extended side angle, elbow to your thigh, or hand all the way to the inside of that right foot. But then peel your left shoulder blade back, right? It just stacks right on top of the right one. And then you open, you pose, you breathe. Maybe you look up. Big inhale. Big exhale. You have 1 more breath here to stay for the full exhale. Breathe in, flow it out. Find that flow, up dog, downward facing dog. Ha. Feet touch, back of the mat. Extend your left heel up high, just like energetic. Taking rest whenever you need. Remember, you listen to your body first and foremost. Bend your knee, open through your hip. Create length and stretch out through the left side. Then, flip. Flip your dog. Reground your feet. Engage your thighs. Squeeze your thigh muscles into your thigh bones and just open up through your chest, your heart. Breathe. High push-up. Vashisthasana on the left. You just spin right there onto your left side. Nice. And you just create that stacking. Stack your joints, stack your bones. Draw your navel into your spine. Everything just hugging into center line. Breathe in. Lift that leg. Look down and flow it out. Take the back bend and then downward facing dog. Ha, really beautiful work. Step your left foot forward, crescent lunge. So you can give yourself space side to side with those feet and front to back, a little added balance. You know we're going into a twist next. Hands to your heart, really energetic, elbow to elbow. Draw your shoulders back, peel them into the center of your body. Breathe in, twist to the left. Hook that tricep and then just pull your chest. Make you lift your chest closer to your hands so the elbow stays the same. And that's it, lift. That's beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Twist and ring out. 1 more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Warrior 2. Plant your back foot down. Stay nice and deep in that lunge. Recommit to your legs. Extended side angle. And really your version, your variation, like whatever you did on side 1. Block, no block. But draw your shoulder blades back. Hug them into the center of your body. Set your gaze up. Stay equally engaged in both legs too. Big inhale. Twist on the exhale. Last breath here. Look down and find that flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Let it go. Ha. Lift your heels, soften your knees, spring to the top of the mat. Halfway rise, forward fold, chair pose. Glue your thighs together. Like you're creating one leg here, and activate your glutes even. Lift them up, hands to your heart center, just like crescent. Big breath in for the length, and then twist to the right on the exhale. Can you keep your heart lifted a little higher than your hips? Maybe open your arms, or even take a side crow here. Yeah, you have a few more breaths. Commit to whatever decision that you've made. Stay strong, stay powerful. 2 more breaths. Yes. One more deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Bow down. Nice. Separate your feet now. Hip width or even wider if you want. Scoop up your big toes with your 2 first fingers, your peace fingers. Scoop them up. Create the circle with your fingers to the thumb, and then peel your elbows out. So sometimes we need a little rest after that chair twist, but we reactivate here. Peel your elbows out. Spread your sitting bones apart here. Connect your lower rib cage with the top of your thighs, even if your knees are bent. And take one halfway lift. Stay connected. Half rise and forward bow. Nice. Release your hands. Bring your toes together. Chair. Hands to your heart. Big breath in. Twist to the left. That right tricep just plugs in. Then you pull your sternum, right? That breastbone to your hands. So you create a lift of the, Sink your hips a little lower. Maybe those arms open up. It's 2 more breaths. Inhale. Nice, Matt. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bow down. Maybe your hands become fists and you give yourself a little love and attention. It's so weird during this whole time. It's like we barely touch anybody anymore, you know? So it's like, give yourself a nice massage. Not sure. Do we go in for the handshake? Do we go in for the hug? Probably not yet. I don't know. It's so weird. And then step on your hands for gorilla. So the more attention we can give ourselves, I think the better. And just lean in, toes into your wrists. And just same thing we did with the peace fingers to our big toes. Take a halfway lift here. Go really long through your spine. And bow down. Release your hands. Step your feet back a couple of inches. Moving into our first arm balance, plant those hands, crow. Now, if you're feeling like playing with froggy leaps or you want to do a handstand prep, Matt, it's up to you. Otherwise, try your knees. Yeah, look forward. That helps a lot. And start just to lift, lean forward. Center of gravity leans forward. Yes, beautiful. Give it another try. Breathe. Trust. Yes, you were all floating at the same time here in the room. Really nice back at home with some froggy leaps. Ragdoll, top of the mat. You just kind of hang here a little bit. Let everything go. Let go of that last crow. And now, crow number 2, or froggy leap round 2. Back at home, I think Desiree was doing some froggy leaps back there. So it's nice to give ourselves a second opportunity. Nice, ground into the pads of your fingers. Set that gaze. Yeah, maybe you take it somewhere new. Maybe you hold for half a breath or 2 full breaths. Such good work. And we'll meet in child's pose. If you wanted to chaturanga through there to get to child's pose, up to you. Let's take a tiny bit of rest here. Big breath. Let it go. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Downward facing dog. Bring your feet together at the back of the mat. We'll just play a little bit here. Bring your right foot up, bend your knee, and open up through your hip. Now draw your right knee to the outside of your right tricep. So you're like in this core plank and your knee is way out wide. So you're in a plank and that knee is way out wide. It's really lifted. You're working your center, knit your ribs in, and send your foot back on the inhale. And do it again. Squeeze in. And go one more time. Breathe in. Hug in. Maybe you lean forward and bend your elbows and even fly for some folks. Okay, no takers today. That's all right. Step your right foot to your right hand, warrior two. Beautiful. Straighten your front leg. Reach your right hand forward. Come on down, Trikonasana. Maybe you take that block to the outside of your right foot. At home, you can bring your hand to your shin. And create your triangle. Ground through your feet. Squeeze your thigh muscles into your thigh bone. Stack your left shoulder right on top of your right shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep pulling the front of your left lung open to the ceiling. Take one more big inhale. Big exhale. Warrior two. And so now we're going to take flight. So if you like a block for your half moon, maybe you hold on to your block and bring it with you. If you don't have a block, that's okay. And fire up that back leg and just so slow. We're going to bring our right hand down to the ground. Left hand up to the sky. Yeah, get really grounded. Like we moved from a grounding place to balance. So it's okay to reset. Stack that left hip on top of your right hip. Nice. And now look down towards your right foot. Square your hips. So you're kind of like in a standing split, but that left leg is not really high. Just square off those hips. Soften your right knee and move into airplane. Palms face down, active through that left heel. Just press it to the back of the room. Big breath. And now step your left foot back. We're moving into pyramid. So your hips, your feet should be in the right position, square and even neutral hips, hands high. Reach, 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 and bow over your right leg. And here, any adjustment that might be needed, if your back heel is lifted, hop your back foot up the mat a tiny bit. Ground through both feet evenly. If there's a bent knee, it's the right knee. And that's okay. And really lean in. 2 more breaths, you guys. Let your head go. I notice my students in this pose always want to just like really hang on in their heads in this one. Let your head go. Let your gaze be at your back foot. Lean in. Halfway rise. Chaturanga, shoot back, go low, up dog, down dog, and a big ha, ha. Okay, so even bigger ha, big breath in, and stick out your tongue. Ha, yeah, that just feels good to me. Bring your feet together, lift your left leg up, bend your knee open. So the same thing, we're like working core here. And maybe an arm balance if you want. Left knee to your left tricep. Draw way out wide. Pull the front of your ribs in. Squeeze. Go back. Now, when you do this, keep your shoulders lifted and your hips lifted. Do it again. Stay really high. Left knee, left tricep. Yeah, that's it. Go back. One more time. Lean your shoulders forward. Bend your elbows, and maybe you fly. You've so got this. Yeah, lean forward even more, even more, even more. Lift that back leg. Yes, yes, so close. We're almost there. Warrior two on the left. Once you do it once, you guys, it becomes really accessible. I promise. It's how you're doing it in your body. Once that muscle memory, it does become very accessible for most folks. But always listen to your body first and foremost, everybody. Straighten your front leg, Trikonasana. Reach your left fingertips forward and come on down, triangle. Ground through your feet, reach high through that right hand. Pull the front of your left lung forward and then that right lung open. Use your breath. Stay engaged. Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal lock. Squeeze it in. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Warrior two. Moving into that half moon. So ground through your left foot, but activate your right leg a lot. And just rotate like slow, so slow. Use your gaze. Maybe your left hand just hovers for a bit. Breathe. Draw your toes back towards your face to keep that right leg just fired up. Now look down to the top of the mat. Square off your hips. Bring both hands down. So you're giving yourself a little assistance here. Soften your left knee and fly into airplane. Really, really nice. One more breath, chest open. Soften your left knee joint. Step that right foot halfway back on the mat. Now moving into pyramid. Ground both feet down. Hands high. Bow. It's a really deep hamstring stretch here. And now pull your left hip up and back. Yes, nice. So you're just evening out. So I could come and put like a hot cup of coffee on your lower back and it just wouldn't move. Pull that left hip up and back. Square and even hips. Bow down, melt in, you guys. Yes. A few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Soften your left knee joint and step your right foot to meet your left foot. Halfway rise. Forward fold. Tadasana, root to rise. Hands to your heart. Just take a nice cleansing breath in and out. Just one real traditional balance. Tree. Any variation here, left foot or right foot into your calf muscle, into your thigh, maybe a lotus variation. Nice, you guys. Draw your shoulders back. Peel those upper arm bones back. Yes, beautiful. Tadasana your spine, always. And then you go wherever you want to go. Growth or hands at heart, very centered, or growing and still centered. Expanding, opening. Your resilient tree. Foot to the mat, really beautiful. And switch sides. tree, opposite side. Set your gaze, never locking out that right knee. There's always a little water there. Feel your thoracic spine in, that upper mid-back. Grow, expand your tree, your hands at heart, like your personal choice, your variation. Foot to the mat, hands up high. Maybe there's a mini back bend here, or big back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Breathe in. Let it go. High. High push up. To low push up. To high push up. To low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Roll forward, high push up. Bring your right forearm to the mat. Your left forearm to the mat. Your right hand to the mat. Your left hand to the mat. Your left forearm down. Right forearm down. Left hand, right hand. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Lift your heels, soften through your knees, float through to your seat. Come all the way on to your back. We're gonna move into some back bending shapes on our back. So where do we always start? Bridge, press your feet down, lift your hips up. Squeeze your thighs in. And then, yeah, you just create that shimmy of your shoulders underneath your back. So that really you're almost not on your back at all. You're maybe a little bit on your shoulder blades and your upper arm bones. So lift your chest, keep length in the back of your neck, squeeze your thighs, big inhale. Lower down. And take your knees and maybe shimmy them left to right. And so just like any of the shapes, I want you to listen to your body first and foremost. Maybe wheel's not there today. Maybe it totally is. Wheel or another bridge. We have a few more rounds of back bending. So you make your choice and then you go. Either hands wide by your ears, lifting up high. Really nice. I see a foot to the sky over there. Stacy, beautiful. Lower down. And we have 2 more rounds. So again, so you can kind of gauge what you'd like to play with, what do you want to add in, what do you not need to add in. Totally up to you, bridge or wheel, you go. If you're someone with a strong wheel in your practice and feeling really able today, just all wheels, right? Maybe your leg lifts in your bridge. Lift your chin if you're in wheel and lower everybody. Hips to the ground, knees sway side to side. It's our last round, bridge or wheel. Press down to rise up. Yes, really good. Awesome, Mickey. Chest is open. Peel those shoulders back and in. Engage that lower bond of the pelvic root. Lock, squeeze it in to support your spine. Big breath. Lower down. Awesome. Supta, Baddha, Konasana. Feet touch. Knees fall apart. Just really be in your experience here. That sensation of just lots of hard work and then this space of ease and acknowledging the hard work and also acknowledging that time for ease. The balance of opposites, right? The fire and then the calm. Big inhale. Big exhale. Take your knees together, hug them into your chest, curl your forehead or your nose to your knees. Especially if you were in that big wheel, you want that counter pose here, hug in. Yeah, it's just a hug in. And send your feet straight up to the ceiling. Hand placement, you know we're moving into stability. So hand placement is up to you. Your hands can be behind your head. They can be next to your sides, under your hips for a little extra lower back support. Lower your feet 30 degrees. Pull your navel in towards your spine, really trying to glue your lower back to the mat, because the most important thing is that stability in your back. Lower arm, 30 more. Now bring them to a hover. You can lift your chin and your gaze to your toes. Press your lower back into the mat. Beautiful. Totally what is in your body right now. Send your feet straight up. Lower your right leg to a hover. Lift your right leg up. Lower your left leg to a hover. Lift your left leg up and then take it side to side, but letting those feet or legs meet in the middle in these scissors, like really slow scissors. Nice. For 10, 9, and here you might want to bring your hands underneath for extra support, and I promise that'll be more supportive for you. Yeah. I think we're like at 5. Something like that. 4, 3, doesn't matter if you're going side to side or top to bottom. It really just doesn't matter, does it? And then hug your knees back into your chest. Beautiful. And then just rock yourself one time, boat. Yeah, just go now, and you'll know how. Zip your belly up, draw your shoulders back. See if you can create all this length, crown to tailbone. So there's still Tadasana right here in your spine. And now row your boat right to left. So not rocking and rolling the boat, rowing it side to side. Activate your thighs, your belly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your back down. Keep your back, your head, everything down. Your knees stay bent. Tap your heels and lift. Tap your knees, stay bent for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug your knees into your chest. Give them a great big hug. And drop your knees over to the left and shift your gaze to the right. I'm going to take a little supine twist, nice little stretch to your core too. Knees back through center, opposite direction. Knees back through center. Take a few rocks and rolls back to front, keeping your belly muscles engaged enough to just really support your spine. So a few rock and rolls back to front. Maybe you hover in a little boat. That feels good. And then maybe you kick your feet back for a chaturanga. We'll all take a vinyasa, high push-up to low push-up, upward facing. Feel that nice big stretch. Down dog. Breathe in and out. Nice, so bring your hands a little bit closer together at the top of the mat, but still so you have a nice base of support in your hands. Right foot, draw it to the outside of your right hand for lizard lunge. Keep your back leg lifted to begin. And pull your chest forward a little bit. So I like to sink my left hip down just a bit so we can kind of get this really nice, deep left psoas stretch. So just a few breaths in that expression. Maybe there's movement here that you want, kind of a flowing back and forward, side to side. And then kind of taking it into the traditional, if possible, forearms to the earth. A really deep, deep lunge here. Still a lot of work happening. And then lower that back leg down. And if you want, peel your right foot out onto the knife edge of your right foot. Yeah, hollow out the insole. Let your knee fall away. And then you find that place here. Really let your knee fall away. Go to that edge, your edge. Different for everybody and different for you day by day. And breathe in to wherever that edge is now. That place that's, yeah, you might want to run from it, but you know that you still can breathe through it. And the more you breathe through it, then the more that you come out of your comfort zone and growth occurs. That's what it's all about, right? Coming out of our comfort zone so we can grow in our practice, in our calmness, in our non-reactivity, in our flexibility. Really nice. Big breath in. Big breath out. And so I'll give you a couple of options. You can walk that foot over to the left now, move into pigeon, or you can come into kind of a half monkey or a full split. So a few different options. What does your body kind of need right now? A nice counter stretch is the half monkey or the half split, but half pigeon is just a beautiful place to surrender to. And breathe. Acknowledge that you're right here, right now, on your mat, in this room, or at home. With every breath in and every breath out, just assessing. Like anything that's showing up that's like, oh, you're still fighting against it or resisting against it. And that if you softened around it, let it go a bit, that a little more ease would occur here in your body. Maybe you identify that thing, you breathe it out with the exhale, and really just let go. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Downward facing dog. Cycle it out. Knees, hips, whatever you need here. Then bring your hands together at the top of the mat. Left foot outside of left hand, lizard lunge, side 2. I'm really trying to stay with keeping the same amount of breaths per like pose here. These little variations of this pose. Keep your back leg lifted, sink your hips forward a little bit, chest open. 2 more breaths there. Yeah, that nice psoas stretch. And then coming back to really a plank in your body, but a lunge in the left leg, and maybe the forearms onto the ground. Finding that sense of focus and concentration. You're strong, yeah, maybe not. And just listen. That's where you listen. If you're really deeply listening, then you can trust what your intuition tells you. Then we'll take the back leg down and the left foot out. Here, forearms are a little bit more accessible, or usually more accessible. And breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. I think everybody, at least here in the room, came into half pigeon on the right. So we'll do that again on the left. Whatever you did at home, I think you guys were doing pigeon too. We'll just repeat. It really is just a beautiful way to let go, to surrender. This is our surrender pose. Reach your hands forward. Let your forehead drop onto something. And then 5, just very focused Ujjayi breaths. Follow that breath. Even guide it where you need it the most. Last 4. And 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands back. Lift your chest up. Swing your right leg around. We'll come into our seated forward fold, both legs long to the front of the mat. Remove any flesh from underneath your seat. Reach your hands up high, really hinging at your hips. Lead with your chest. On the exhale, you bow. And take a halfway lift, reset. And forward fold, a little deeper. Let go. This is meant as a release, so really sink in here. Inhale up to your seat. Slowly lower on to your back, all the way onto your back. For fish, if you're in the room, or even at home, if you have a block, you can have a supported fish. That block long ways on your thoracic spine. You can just pop up onto your elbows too. Open up through your chest and through your throat. Gently come flat on to your back. If you have a block there, you can place it underneath your tailbone, send your feet straight up for a waterfall. You can also take shoulder stand if that's something that you'd like in your practice. Even headstand can be quite restorative if you have a very comfortable classical headstand. But yeah, if you chose the block under your tailbone or just your feet straight up, if you're at home, you can send your legs up a wall. Such a great inversion. Like I always say, getting those feet, those legs up over the level of your torso and your heart, just amazing for your lymphatic system, which supports our immune system. All the extra defenses that we can get, why not? If you just have your feet straight up, I invite you to close your eyes and really tap into that being mode. This practice, there's a lot of doing, and that's okay. A lot of focus, a lot of heat. Now just be. Bend your knees, press your feet into the mat, remove your block. We'll move into happy baby. Matt, you can take a child's pose for a few breaths after your headstand. We'll all meet on our backs for a final big hug in. Hug your knees into your chest. Big breath in. Yes, Shavasana. Final rest. Let your feet fall out. Let your arms you have so much space. Take it up. Shoulders underneath your body. Close your eyes. Take a nice slow breath in. And a slow breath out. You did it. Enjoy your rest. Take a nice, slow, full breath in and let it go. Begin to wake yourself up, your body, your fingers, your toes, your breathing. Maybe reaching your arms out long, stretch out. Roll yourself onto your right hand side, curl into yourself. Just in this great, great expression of fresh starts and new beginnings. And every fresh start, whether it's just the moment to moment, hour to hour, just best started with thankfulness and gratitude. Your body, your breath, your heart, your lungs, your community, love. And press yourself up onto your seat. Come into that easy seated posture. Bring your hands together and into your heart center. We'll seal our practice today to the sound of one Om. Breathe in. Bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center and together, let's bow. Namaste. Yay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for also being here and joining us from home. I just wanted to announce two things very quickly. One of them starts this weekend, believe it or not. It's not too late to sign up for our 200-hour teacher training. It's more of a leadership training than anything. You will find a voice and you will become an amazing teacher, but there's just so much more to it. If you've never done any type of Baptiste training, maybe look it up, or maybe this is just the seed that's planted for you. But it does start this June 13th. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself, and it'll be led by Leah and Lewis. Also, the 40 Days to Your Personal Revolution starts, I guess it's 2 weekends after that with Frank. And 40 Days to Personal Evolution is a different type of program, but completely awesome. And if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. That one's only obviously 40 days, so it breaks down to about 6 weeks, led by Frank. And he's so amazing, been with Mbody forever and ever and ever. Such an awesome guy. So thank you guys at home so much. Glad you guys were here and still with us. And I'll be here Friday morning if you're interested in some yoga on Friday morning at 9:15. You guys too. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. It's nice to have you guys. Leave it, down here, because we want to know which ones you use. Thanks. Sorry, I should have told you that. Bye, guys. Thanks, Anne, for the sound checks.
Bye.
Bye.